All right, let's try this again. There we go. I'm trying to stream on YouTube as well today because I said I would give it a shot. Okay. Okay, we'll get going. Sorry about the later start, folks. It's been an exhausting couple of days. Pretty sure it has to do with, being pregnant and all. So 23 weeks along, pretty sure he's gone through like some sort of growth spurt. All right, did it work? Hey, good deal. All right. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. So I'll be streaming on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. I'll give it a shot. Last couple of times I tried that, like the whole entire stream crashed. Mr. Goat, there you go. Sweet. All right, it's working. Good deal. I'm glad. Glad you're here, Hud. Sorry, we are glad we finally figured that out. I don't know what was going on with the phone verification for Twitch because I have that turned off. So it should have been working for you. But yeah, the past 3, 4, 5-ish days, I have just been absolutely pooped. Just so tired. I actually just took a nap right before this stream, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I'm a little late, but I'm glad we're here. I can't remove the verify. Okay. Yeah, the phone verification, that's what, yeah. The email verification, I think, is still on, but the phone should be off. Because I just don't want bots. I don't want the bots. Whew. All right, I was going to try a different leg warm up because I can't really do my normal pigeons that I typically can. So my stomach gets in the way. If it was fat, that'd be one thing. But there's a baby in there, and I want to squish my baby. So give this other version a shot. All right. So there's another version. Yeah. We'll try it anyway. Okay. Yeah, I do need a higher box for this, but we'll make this one work. So I'm using this as my makeshift pigeon. So I typically don't hold stretches, but I'm going to hold this one. So the box kind of raises up the floor, excuse me. I don't want my stomach to be in the way, but this is a great way for those that can't quite get their knee completely on the ground, and this hip mobility. You can use the box. You can even allow that foot to hang off, but still keep the foot flexed. So I've got the mobility, but my stomach starts to squish in my leg, and I don't want that. So this kind of helps free up that space. I can still press down into the box, get that length up there, and I'll scooch that foot back. It's actually better for a taller box, but I don't want to lug that other one over here because I'm just using it for one thing, at least for now. Hey, Butcher, how's it going? We got someone from Malaysia. Hud's is from Malaysia. So you're the first Malaysian, I think, that has been on the stream. So welcome. That's exciting. Whew, how's it going, Butcher? You recovering well from the workouts? First week complete with the new program. Very exciting. Okay. Oh, it feels so good. It's been a while since I've done this stretch, actually. I needed it. While we have this box here, let's go ahead and do this other hip flexor stretch I really like. Yeah. You got Employee of the Month? Nice, Butcher. Congratulations. Not surprised, because it sounds like you're holding down the fort pretty often. Yeah. So, congratulations. That's great. Yeah. I am a trainer, Huds, and I do a lot of mobility with that, for sure. A lot. So, it's kind of my bread and butter, to be honest. With a lot of clients that are retired, have arthritis, that kind of thing. So mobility is really important. Feel excellent, ready to be in the gym. All right, Butcher. Whoop, whoop. Week 2. So exciting. Super pumped about this month, and it's only week 2 for you. How's everybody's weekends? How's everybody's weekends? Oh my gosh. How did everybody's weekend go? There we go. Language has been difficult. Get free $500. There you go. Get my merch package. When it hits the bank. Nice. Congratulations. That's a nice perk. So there's actually like a reward attached to the award. A reward with the award. That's a nice incentive, that's for sure. That is awesome. Whew. You guys do anything fun this weekend? Let's see, like flexibility? Yes, Huds. Yeah, mobility and flexibility are very related. So the difference between the two is that flexibility is your full range of motion without really any effort. Mobility is how much strength you actually have in a range of motion. So very, very similar, but a little bit different. Destroyed your abs Saturday. Excellent. Could you make it more challenging this week? Of course, some of those exercises are repeated. That's on purpose, because 1, you're a little bit more familiar with them, so you can start to push a little harder. And 2, you get that extra work in there too with those. Just chill. Okay, nice. Good. Yeah. First part of my Saturday, went to an event. There was this big mining rescue that was in our area 100 years ago, so they were celebrating that. So that was fun. My brother and niece came up for that, and then I just basically did nothing the rest of Saturday. I was so tired. It wasn't even like a lot of effort. You sat for a good chunk of it and kind of wandered around for a good chunk of it, but there's a breeze this time. Okay. Do you need to make it more challenging? Your flexibility is not good. You know, it can always be better. That's okay. But remember, I've also been doing this for a long time. So I've been in some form of athletics my whole life. But then like mobility specifically, probably about 11 years. So some of these things I've been doing for quite a while. You can do pigeon pose. Good. Excellent. That's a good one. So that was the one I was doing on the box. Just a little bit, it's a pigeon, but a little bit different. Get some shoulder mobility in here. The stream tomorrow and Thursday, by the way. Thanks. The reverse crunch, it destroys your abs. Yes, that one's so hard. That one is very challenging for sure. Especially like when you control your way down. That's what makes it difficult for me. Like getting it up there, okay. But when you like slowly control it down, it's brutal. It is brutal. Yeah. So I do have some natural flexibility, but I still have to work on it. So there is such thing as being too flexible in your joints. So they call it hypermobility. There's a point where it's not very helpful when your joints need to be stable. Yeah, I'm already streaming on YouTube. Oh, you're talking about the streams tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to try it. Hopefully it doesn't crash. I'll be streaming on 3 different platforms. Oh yeah, so tomorrow, Tuesday and Thursday, the streams are going to be earlier in the day. So I've got, Jared's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow I'd like to be there for. So I'm going to go with him there. And there was a new client I had to schedule on Thursday. It's not going to be every Thursday. It's just a one-off thing. And so I just rescheduled for her for that time. But it'll be back to normal next week. That'll be good. Can I do the splits? No. I wish, but I cannot. Angeli, another one of the viewers here, she actually challenged me to do it, and I totally have not done it. I also became pregnant in the meantime, too. So I should work on it because it should help with birth prep and everything, too. But you just want to be buff, so you're all in. Yes. Oh, good. All right, guys, we're going to try out some sumo deadlifts. I'm going to try out this 30. I'm going to do 3 sets of 12. See what we can do. Again, I've been just plumb tuckered out. This actually might be a shorter stream today, and I apologize, just because I'm just so tired. Even the little guy here has not been moving as much, so he must be pretty tuckered out too with all the growing he's doing. So, yeah, pretty tired. And it's kind of getting to me with not having the kitchen sink. They are working on it today, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, by the end of today, definitely by the end of tomorrow, Lord willing, we will have a kitchen sink again. Great, because thank God for these people. So my in-laws invited us over for dinner and had like salmon and asparagus and sweet potatoes, which is like the first home-cooked meal that we've had in about 2 or 3 weeks. It was so good. It was so glorious. And then we had some friends that invited us over for dinner yesterday too, and they made some pork chops and smoked some veggies, and let's see, some other people brought some mac and cheese stuff, which, that's not super great. But like they sent us home, and a watermelon straight from their garden and a cantaloupe straight from their garden. And so like this morning I ate some of the watermelon, fantastic. And then they sent home some pork chops and some of those smoked veggies home with us. And I was eating that for lunch today. I was like, about to cry, just because like eating real food has been so nice. It's been awesome. What is the next Zelda stream? That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't played since the last stream. So I did get to, wait, did I play since the? I played a little bit after the stream just to get to the Shadow Temple. It's like a place to stop. And then, yeah, so I quit there. So I'm at the beginning of the Shadow Temple, except I have to go to the well now because I didn't need the Eye of Truth or Lens of Truth. But anyway, I don't know. It'll probably be, what's today, Monday? I don't know, since I'm doing the stream earlier. Depends on what time we're getting back Tuesday. Maybe potentially tomorrow. We'll see. And then do I do live almost 1 hour? Typically on Mondays and Wednesdays, I do about 2 hours. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's shorter. It's about 45 minutes. This week, it's going to be about 30. So that way I can get a quick workout in before my next client comes in, or my next class. But yeah, typically Mondays and Wednesdays are longer. I don't know if I'm going to go as long today, but we'll see. Hopefully next week will be better. I think they'll be done with everything by the end of this week, I hope, as far as like work in our house. So that will give us some sanity again, which would be fantastic. We can get back to like normal living. And then hopefully I'll be better rested, less discombobulated up here in my head. So I'm hoping actually have real food. It would be great. Hello, Bobby-O. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? We're about to do some sumo squats if I quit talking and stalling. As Butcher said, sumos are great. I'm just using the one dumbbell today. You can use a barbell as well with this one. Hex bar, it's a little bit more challenging because the legs kind of like hit the bar a little bit. Can I try to do front leg splits? Not today, bud. Sorry. Just because if I can't do that pigeon very well on the floor, which is why I pulled out the box, front leg splits isn't going to go very well either. So yeah, I probably won't do that today. All right, you're doing okay, Bobby O? Good deal. Good deal. All right, do you have a good weekend? I'm going to do 3 sets of 12 here, as you guys are replying. Nice and easy. Yeah, I do pigeon pose. I was explaining earlier, I did it on the box today because it's kind of challenging for me to do because now my stomach is actually getting bigger. And if it was fat in the way, I'd just go ahead and do it. But there's a baby in the way, so I don't want to squish him. I can do heavier. Yeah, maybe next time. It'll be a long time next time. Because the stomach's only going to get bigger. Yeah, we can definitely go heavier with this one. I'm going to try 45 for the next one. The other thing I've been experiencing, of course, you guys are all guys, I think, on the stream right now, so I don't know how much you really care. But I've been getting some of that round ligament pain. Hey, Notorious, how's it going? You doing okay? How's your weekend? Whew, I do some sumo deadlifts. So Notorious, check him out. Also a fitness trainer. Whew, he's got a mobility routine. We were talking about mobility earlier. Check out his streams because he actually does a mobility routine you can follow along with. It's fantastic. So definitely give him a follow. He's great. Oh yeah, getting what pain? So I've been getting that round ligament pain that you get with pregnancy. And so it's like when your abs stretched out, like those ligaments that connect like all your core muscles in the front, they get stretched out and it's a little bit painful every now and then. Not unbearable, but it's just like, ow, okay. Ow, okay. Like it's just there and then it's gone. And pigeon pose alleviates your sciatica. Yes. It's a great stretch for that. Yeah, so I've been getting it down here, like lower earlier, but like for 3 or 4 days, it was hanging up here, like where my ribs kind of part. That's where like the abs connect. The six-pack abs, they kind of connect where the ribs start to split off. But those ligaments up there have been stretching, and they were actually pretty, that was more painful this time around than any other pain that I've had so far. So especially, it helped my posture because if I slouched at all, that's when the pain would come. So like I have to stay upright and it'd be fine. But yeah, that's been giving me some pain. That's gone now, thankfully, but that hung around for about 3 or 4 days. So that's how I know he's doing some growing. It's been intense. Doing pretty good. You're making dinner. Nice. Yeah, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate that. What are you making for dinner today? Yeah. I'm gonna try out this 45 pounds. Whew. What was that? I can hear them through the vents. The workers through the vents. All right, here we go. Guys lifting the belly of their pregnant women for relief. Yes, we watched the video of that last night, and they're further along than I am, but in the video that we watched anyway. But it was my niece, my 13-year-old niece, that actually told us about that. And so he tried it then and there. And even though I'm not super huge right now, it did help. I was like, oh, that feels real nice. Just stay there all the time. It's like you didn't really notice how much tension was just kind of hanging there until someone lifts up on it like that, and it does help alleviate it quite a bit. Do 2 more. Pretty sure that was 12. So not quite heavy enough, but we'll go with it. Whew, kind of scared to push a little too hard because I know I'm not getting enough protein, so I'm not able to cook like we should. Teriyaki chicken in the oven with some rice. That sounds fantastic. That sounds so good. You work your routine. Stretch first, yeah. Whew. Hey Spindle, how's it going? Another fitness streamer. Check her out. She's awesome. How are you doing? Whew. I had a breath out of that one though, even though it wasn't so bad. Yeah, things are going all right. Just tired. I think it's just normal pregnancy tired. Past couple of days, I was telling them like I've had that round ligament pain where things like stretching out. So I think he's been doing a lot of growing, like had a growth spurt or something. Just taking extra energy than usual. And he hasn't been moving around as much either. So I think we're just both tired from the extra growth. I think I really do need more calories though. Good quality calories, I should say. Just found out one of your friends is pregnant too, really? She's the one who got me seeing the new trainer. Carlotta, nice, okay. Cool, she's about 15 weeks. Nice, so she's well on her way. She feeling all right? This is pretty rough. Oh, but yeah, you got an electrolyte popsicle, good. Good deal. What flavor? Any good or just good for you? Can't do the butterfly stretch. Yeah, that one's a tough one. That is a big hip opener. I was thinking about doing some yoga today, and then my brain wasn't there to like put a routine together. But I think 3rd trimester when that hits, I think I'll be doing a lot of yoga. Just kind of open up the hips quite a bit, isometric holds, that kind of thing. Just kind of mentally being able to stay with one pose for a while. So just kind of doing that mental training too. Oh, you like them? Okay. She told me she always PRs when she's pregnant. Really? They're super, that's insane. Oh my gosh, so this isn't her first then. So she knows. Did she get a PR and be like, ah, crap, I'm pregnant? You know, it's one of those moments. It's like a frozen Gatorade, but sugar-free. Does it have a little bit of a salty kick to it? So mega squats, do 225 for reps. ATG squats while pregnant. Nice. Yeah, that is awesome. That is so good. Kind of salty. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I definitely wanted to keep up with the, with the heavy lifting, but just the fatigue was just like, I don't know if I should push through this or not. I don't know. Which I'm kind of glad I didn't, because with this work that they're doing in our house, so we can't like cook as often. My protein levels, I'm pretty sure, have been pretty down, which also is probably contributing to the fatigue. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah, oh, well, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Huds, yeah. So I'm hoping to kind of get back at it some more. That's why I'm kind of doing this. This is not the mobility, or not the routine I've been wanting to do. I was hoping to kind of get back to heavier lifting this month, but it's just been pretty gnarly. Being sabotaged by an open, he admitted, racist. What? No? What? When did that happen, Bobby? I hadn't heard about that. Oh. I was getting my fingers under this thing. There we go. Challenge. Just the last set of these. I'm just happy to do some sort of movement today. I definitely could have slept the rest of the afternoon. I know I was tired because they were hammering away and everything, and I was still out. No. Oh gosh. Did she get a redo? No, redo. Oh gosh, that's awful. That is awful. That poor person. Good grief. Oh, that'd be so frustrating. Whew. All right, that's one down. I'm gonna do these banded rows. I've been kind of craving them lately. If you can crave an exercise. Live cardio or flexibility. It has been cardio, but since they've been doing this work on our house, it's core mostly. And then if I have time, I'll do some mobility after that, I guess more like flexibility, some stretches. Yeah, so it'll be core exercises tomorrow and Thursday though. Just be a quick thing. Once I get my office back, we'll go back to the cardio because I miss it. I need it. See if I can even get on the bike anymore. I don't know. Gonna fish this dinner. Yeah, thank you, Notorious. Thanks for hopping on for a little bit. Really appreciate that. Hope it's a delicious dinner. And if you have any clients for the rest of the day, I hope they go really well. But see you later. Bye. Whoa, 12 viewers. Good deal. All right. I don't know how many of those are on Twitch and those are on YouTube, but that's awesome. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate that. I apologize for being low energy. It'll be better. It'll be better soon. It'll be better soon. So I have to keep telling myself. All right, so for this one, I do want to stay tall. I really like these. These feel really good for the back muscles in particular. But you do want to make sure the spine is upright. So if you're like slouchy at all, you want to see if you can put like a yoga block under, or you can sit on like a step to kind of raise yourself up so that way that spine is straight. Oh, and I do apologize. You're creating a life. Thanks for understanding. Takes a lot of energy. It's the straddle stretch. That is a rough one. That is a rough stretch. I actually got stuck in that stretch once when I was a kid in a dance class, and my instructor kept on like pushing my foot up, and then I got stuck. I couldn't get out. I think she felt bad about it later. Looked in the Discord. Sweet. Yeah, thanks, Bobbio. But you could touch your toe. Nice. Good. That's a really good stretch. I can't reach my feet. I typically could do that no problem, but my stomach's in the way. I watched a video yesterday. I don't know how true it is, but this guy was saying how like pregnancy, like if the top athlete, marathon runners run, 2.2 times their metabolic rate or something like that. So like when they're running their hardest on a marathon, the highest that it can possibly go, I guess in record so far, is like 2.2 times their resting metabolic rate or something like that, for the length of the race, which is a few hours. But pregnant women run at that level for 40 weeks straight, apparently. Like that's just how much energy that we're burning up all the time. So it made me feel a little bit better about my energy levels. You're in the bathroom. No worries, Mr. Goat. Glad you're back. All-time record for most pregnancies is like 70-something kids. How? How is that physically possible? Oh my gosh. One is like plenty for me, I feel like. Maybe two, maybe. But we'll see after this first one. Yeah. There's Banana. Welcome. As ChatGPT did what average 50-year-old man should be able to do for suitcase carry, aka single-arm farmer. What did it say? All right, so I got this chest lift. I'm gonna pinch, pull, squeeze, shoulder blades back. Oh, that feels so good. And then come back to the start. I want my elbows to stay in tight to my body. I don't want them to flare away. Palms stay facing towards each other. Usually my back pops a little bit with this one, and sure enough it did. 10% of your body weight for 10 seconds is considered okay. All right. Nice. You're definitely there though, aren't you, Banana? This feels so nice. It's been a while since I've done these. Since I'm working on posture a lot anyway, I figured this would be a good compliment when I'm doing. Considerably way beyond that. Nice. Palms are sweaty. One more. 40 for 50% of your body weight for 60 seconds each side with 60-second rest. Nice, Banana. Yeah. Yeah, I figured it'd be doing way more than 10%. Yeah, that's awesome. Makes you feel better about yourself, right? Seeing numbers like that. So you are above average. Above average for 50-year-olds. Probably for a lot of people a lot younger than that too, to be honest. Does wonders for obliques? Yes. That's actually one of my exercises this month too, is one-arm farmer carries. They do work the obliques quite a bit, especially when you grab a weight heavy enough. You got to get something that's challenging to the grip for sure. Whew. Anything easier than that, probably not going to get much benefit. But I'm sure Banana can tell you a lot more about that. Oh, this feels so good. I doubled up on the bands. You can do that, by the way. So I got a 50-pound band and a 30-pound band here. So approximately 80 pounds resistance by resistance band, I should say. Is the core safe to work out while pregnant? Yes, for some things. So they kind of discourage like crunching movements because it tends to like encourage that diastasis recti. It's going to happen anyway. So that diastasis recti is like that ligaments in the center. Like you have the six-pack abs, right? Like you have like the sides of the abs, but there's that ligament right in the center that tends to stretch out. It naturally stretches out with pregnancy, but you just don't want to encourage more of it. So they just kind of discourage that. I've also seen like twisting exercises, which I have experienced. It was actually a stretch. I was doing a T-roll. When I was in the stretch, it felt fine. But when I came out of the stretch, it was suddenly not fine. Like I got this cramp, like just straight up my side, just a thin line. And I was like, okay, not anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. But like twisting ones are a little iffy. But side bending seems to be pretty okay. Like so anything with side bending I've done. Side planks have been good. The one-arm farmer carries have been great. Pow-off press is great. Bird dog is great. Planks are hit or miss. Sometimes it feels fine some days. Like I was demonstrating one last week and it did not feel okay. But then I demonstrated one this morning and it felt fine. It actually felt good. So I don't know. But anything that doesn't strain too much. Let's see. Yeah, it does pretty much everything. Yeah, Banana says, yeah. Heard that very common stretching that ligament. Yep. It just naturally stretches anyway, but you just try to mitigate it as much as you can. You want it to stretch or else like other things you're going to get squished and that's not going to be comfortable either. Banana, my core blast is suitcase carries, Pow-off band presses, and planks. There we go. Yes. I have been loving the Pow-off presses. That's fairly recent to me in the past year or so. But I haven't really been enjoying the Pow-off press. I'm going to go work out, not focus on that, and more focus on the flexibility. That's why you found me. Nice. Yeah. But you do need core inflexibility though, Huts. I do have to say, like, in order to hold some stretches well, you do need to have a strong core and make sure it doesn't like get too lax. Sometimes like in yoga, like people say yoga is all about stretching. Yes and no, because you are still activating muscles too. So it is still a strengthening while you're still lengthening. It's an interesting combination. Yeah, even guys get it too. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I've had some male clients that have come in and then they have it. Yeah, so you're absolutely right about that. Of course, because try hard doing it wearing a weighted vest. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just a way to mitigate bots, Mr. Goat. So you just don't have some weird AI crap that you're talking to. You want to make sure you're talking to real people. I've only been hit with one, maybe two bots so far. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure about I'm going to do 3 more. The email I understand. I'm not sure about the phone. I felt okay about turning that one off because I feel like you need an email in order to have Twitch. Oh, there we go. Oh, who are the bots? I don't remember the usernames. And I knew one of them was a bot because it wasn't a real naked lady, but they made like all the symbols and stuff to make it look like a naked lady and just posted it over and over and over. So I had to block them. And then the other one, it could have been a real person, but they just kind of kept doing the same thing over and over too, in a way. So just rather not have bots on the chat. I want real people on the chat. Just recently saw a documentary on people with AI girlfriends and boyfriends. Yeah. Future's here, apparently. Yeah. Do you guys watch Futurama? Like, they have one in the episode where they have like the robot girlfriend or the robot girlfriends, and I guess you can have a boyfriend too or whatever. You can just like upload a look to them or a personality and stuff like that. It's just like, oh man, are we getting closer to that now? Where were the mods? I have no mods. It's just me. So I need to figure that out. The mods, how did the mods work? Oh, as far as like the automatic ones, I don't know. Because like the automatic mods like flag the weirdest things that should not be flagged. Like Banana was talking about ginger peach tea one day, and it flagged the word ginger as derogatory. So it flagged his comment. There's another one that was just, I forgot what it was. I had to write them down because they were just so ridiculous. I had to take them down a little bit. After this, do I do pigeon pose on the floor? No, I don't do pigeon after this one. I'll do another exercise. You love Futurama. Futurama is like my guilty pleasure. And I think they have like a couple more new episodes out now I haven't seen yet. So I'm excited about that. I just love that show. It's so dumb. Almost everyone has phone verification. Oh, really? Just need to follow the chat. Yeah. Interesting. Push-ups with gymnastics rings. There you go. It will destroy your core. I think Banana has rings. Spindle. Ginger. Okay, yeah, good. It's working now. All right, Spindle. Hopefully you can hop back on later. Good luck at the meeting. Yay. And then Butcher should definitely get a mod for when you are working out and you don't have to stop to ban. Yeah, it's only happened once. This is true. It's only happened once. Yeah, I need to learn more about mods. So like mods can be, like they have the automatic ones on Twitch and Stream Elements and Streamlabs and all that, but like what you're talking about is like an actual person, you know, scanning the chat. Is that what you're saying? You get them along when you stream. Really? Oh no. Speaking of which, when are you streaming again, Butcher? Okay, you are talking about real people. Okay, yeah, I need to do that. Which you said you've modded for people before, right, Butcher? So maybe we can talk about that. All right. Last set of these. You stream Friday? What? How did I miss your notification? I'm sorry I missed that. I'm sorry. That's annoying. What was I doing Friday? I was at my in-laws. Oh, that's probably why I missed it, because they don't have very good signal out where they are. Man. There you go. Ooh, last one. Actually, let's do 3 more. That was 12. They don't do much for me. Decline wide deficit push-ups at the moment. Nice. Make the hurdies happen. Strawberry streaming tonight. A couple friends are playing. Baldur's Gate 3, really? Okay, I'll see if I can sign on to that. That'd be awesome. Feet elevated, deep push-ups are the shoulder goat. Yeah. Oh, that is rough. All right, set these to the side. What am I doing next? Everything's feeling good so far. Oh, I was gonna do Bazoo ball balance. Get some balancing stuff in. We'll try it without a ball. Grab a pole if we need it. All right, so I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with this thing. A Bazoo ball, I love these. Set myself 4x12. Didn't quite get that far. Understandable. Those are rough. Yep, a Bazoo ball. I love them. I'm going to do a one-footed balance. I'm going to have this on standby. I typically, with my clients, I have it by a wall so they can tap the wall if they need to. Whew. But I don't want to move my camera, so here we go. Is that a Bud scooter? Is this supposed to have wheels? No, it looks a lot like one, but it's not. Pura vida! Denny, how's it going? Yeah. What does it stand for, Bazoo? I don't know. I'm not sure if it stands for anything or it's just the name. I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure if the Bazoo stands for something. I would think like balance something. I don't know. B-O-S-U. I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh, so with this one, it's a bit squishy. I do need to inflate it a little bit. So there's all sorts of things you can do with this one. So you can stand with feet close together. The closer the feet are together, the more challenging it is. And then, of course, you can stand on one foot, which is what I'm going to attempt to do. But for those of you that are not familiar with the Bazoo ball, though, just a little bit of stuff you can do it. You can flip it over, and so you have more of a platform. So people can do, let's see what happens here. There we go. So you can actually stand on it. This one's a little bit easier because the surface is more stable. So your ankles don't have to work as hard, but you can do, squats and that kind of thing. There's a little bit of shakiness to it. You see those crazy people that are like actually doing like barbell squats on these things. You can have a pretty gnarly Russian twist, actually. That has actually been a challenging one. You sit on the ball, you have the heels down, you lean back at a challenging degree, and you actually do a twist with it, which it is weirdly difficult. So I'm not going to twist a whole lot with that one. But yeah, these things are great. Oh, both sides utilized. Did not know that. Thank you, Banana. Yeah. Have you ever tried the splits on my stream? Yes. Yeah, when that one viewer asked if I could do it. That was a few months ago. Yeah, I did attempt that. Oh, wait, no, I don't know. I flipped that. I need it here. Both sides utilized. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So, I need a timer. We're going to try 1 minute. See what happens. Reason why I want to do this, they say as you get pregnant, because your center of mass is like gradually getting to a different spot. So balance becomes an issue. So I want to kind of stay on top of it. See if I can just continue to work on balance as things start to shift even more. It wasn't a big problem before, but I can tell like my balance is starting to get affected a little bit. So that's been interesting. So we're going to do 1 minute on, 30 seconds off. We'll try for 3 rounds per side. We'll see what happens. And when I'm standing on one foot, I'll make sure my standing foot is actually on the center of the ball. I'm going to have the pole here just as a safety measure. Great start. Okay, here we go. Oh no. Screen down. Oh man, okay. Ads. Okay. Ooh. Now you're vacuuming. Sorry, that was the workers. The workers are vacuuming. They haven't really vacuumed a whole lot today. They've been sawing inside of the house. This is a different crew that was here last week. And they vacuumed as they went and sawed outside. But granted, it is very hot today, so. It is wobbly. So it makes your feet and your ankles especially work a lot harder on this Bazoo ball. There's a 10-second mark. Yeehaw. There's the bell. Flip that screen back over. I'll do the other side. But I like it better than just, like if you're mastering just standing flat on the floor, like if that's not a big deal, like the Bazoo ball definitely makes it more challenging. Alan, how's it going? How are you doing? How'd that run feel? You said you felt great on it, right? Remember that right? About 15-ish kilometers, 11-ish miles, is that right? I'm doing okay. Mine is trying to balance more. There we go. Doing a low tree pose here. There we go. I can tell my right foot, it's been feeling different too. Like, I don't know, because with the ligaments, you have that, what's it called? Elastin. There's a hormone your body releases when you're pregnant that makes all your ligaments looser. And so I think my right foot already kind of is weaker anyway. But I think I have been feeling a difference in my right foot. It's been interesting. You would fall. If I didn't have this stick, I would 100% fall. Yeah. I'm trying to put as little pressure on as possible. 11.25 miles. Okay. It wasn't feeling so good because you felt your pace was not the best, but I wasn't taking into account how uneven the road is. Yeah, that definitely makes a difference. I think the race will be flat for the most part. Okay, nice. So you should do great. Good. And it's kind of nice to train hills and stuff like that anyway, especially if you know like the big race is on a flat course, because all your training is a lot harder than the race itself. So you kind of get to enjoy the race a little bit more and like the camaraderie people have. Oh yeah, I should have asked that. Are you running this on your own or do you have friends that you're running with? Have I ran a marathon or half marathon? I have not. Alan has actually worked on a half marathon. There we go. The longest I've run in a race is a 10K. And the last one I did was maybe about 3-ish years ago. I did with my brothers. They did fine because they've been running consistently. Oh. There we go. First half marathon. You're going to run it with your sister. Oh, but she won't be able to do it, unfortunately. Man, that would be fun. Sad day. Maybe you guys can do one in the future. That'd be good. That race I did with my brothers was fun. I'm definitely a slower runner than they are. They've been keeping up with running over the years. It's been a little dicey for me since my ribs were out. And now it bothers my neck a little bit, but I was glad I could at least do that with them. Can't do a skipping rope. That's a good workout though, skipping rope. Oh, oh, those old ones, yeah. Man, are they still up? That was a while ago. Yeah, but jump rope is a great exercise. Ooh, so for me. You can work on it though. I had to get back in the groove of things with it, that's for sure. There we go. All right, one more on each side. Done with this one. We're doing okay. You need to go get yourself up and moving for your evening garden workout. All right, banana, whoop, whoop. Thanks for signing on. It's good to see you in the chat on a regular basis again. Missed you there. And very exciting about your one-arm suitcase carries. Picking heavy things up and putting them down again. Aw, yeah. Creating more divots in the garden, right? That's with just kettlebells, though, isn't it? Good luck with those push-ups, if you're doing those push-ups today. Weekend was meh for you, Mr. Goat? Nothing exciting? That's okay. Sometimes it's good if there's nothing exciting. Sometimes rest is good enough. Reclaim my balance as much as I can instead of resetting. But you can do it. At least give it a shot. At least try it. Watching someone do something is one thing. Doing it for yourself is another. Oh, you might surprise yourself. You might surprise yourself. I don't know how many times that's happened with clients where, like we were doing wall bridges, where your feet are on the wall, your shoulders are on the ground, you're lifting the hips up, and it looks like it's a lot. And they were like, and these are older ladies, mind you, so like they are 55 and older, and with I think one or two of them in their 70s. Nope, I need this one. And they're like, I don't know if I could do that. I was like, just try it. Just try it. It won't be as bad as you think. And sure enough, every single one of them could do it. So even if something looks intimidating, that doesn't mean that it is what I'm learning. Yeah, give it a shot. Don't knock it till you try it. That old saying. Tell that to my nieces too when they don't want to try something, like food-wise. They're like, ew, that's gross, I don't like it. I was like, did you even try it? And they're like, no. Don't knock it till you try it. You might be your next new favorite food. You never know. There we go. I don't know if I can do 1,000-year-old duck eggs or 100-year-old duck eggs, whatever that is, where it's like fermented, like chicks or ducks, but they're like mostly developed in the egg. I don't know if I could do that. Do you know how, or do you know, do one leg up? What do you mean? Like if I stick one leg up with that one? I actually don't want my leg up with that one. So that backfired a little bit, but I'm happy. I'm pretty happy about that. Could have been worse. Still got the workout. I'm going to show you guys a different thing as well. I'll clean that off later of my footprints. This is something you guys can make at home. It costs maybe $5, if that. Actually, let me grab two. This so you can use as balance. You can use as another mobility thing, especially if you have really tight feet, flat feet especially. So I've just got, let me show you. It's just these half pipes. Oh, like a standing split. Not on that Bazoo ball, I can't. Definitely can't. I have more of a chance if I'm on flat ground, but even then it's hard. So at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever your hardware store, you can get like a full pipe. I think this is like a 4-inch diameter pipe. Does it say? Not on these pieces. But I think it's like a 4-inch diameter pipe, and all I had Jared do was just cut it in half. And so you can make them as long or as narrow as you want, but you want to make sure your feet can fit on them is the main thing. Got me a VR so you can stay more active at your gym. Yay, sweet. Yay. So just kind of like get up and move around afterwards kind of thing. So with these, you can do a number of things for feet. So because I have been feeling a bit more, not unstable, my right foot just feels, I don't know how to explain it. Like it feels looser but more bound up at the same time. I don't know how that's possible. But I just know that it just needs some help. I don't want to do anything crazy. So there's 2 different ways you can do this. You can use this as a balance exercise or just as mobility as well. Let's see. Beat Saber. Oh, yeah, that would be fun. I've never played that game, but it looks so fun. 14th is coming. And you're not going to celebrate, Mr. Goat. Why? Why is that? Omega, how's it going? So another YouTube commenter. How's it going? This is the 2nd or 3rd time I've streamed on YouTube. The first 2 times it crashed, but HUD's here, encouraged me to do it again. So welcome, welcome. Glad we're here. Do you work out, Omega? And so I've got these pipes here. This is the easy version where you just let the foot just kind of mold over the curve of the pipe here. This is super easy. But you can also make this more challenging, of course, by staying on one foot. Then your feet start to grip a little bit more, so it does make it more challenging. So this is the one that I would use more for like the mobility. I feel like my foot needs to kind of like widen out that way. Whee! Things are pretty tough, Mr. Goat, as far as your country's going. Or what? Yeah, you're doing good, bro, or Omega, good. Yeah, I'm doing all right. You do work out. What kind of goals are you working on now? And I can turn these to the side. This is the rough one because this hits those arches. Those arches can be tight. So I like to think of my feet as like the bird on a wire, so like they're grasping. You do 1 foot at a time, especially if your feet are extra tender. So I'm just going to wrap, I'm gripping with the foot even if it's not fully touching. So I can do 1 foot at a time so that way you can put as much pressure on there as you want because it can be pretty intense. And then, boop, boop, boop. You can also do 2 if that's doing all right. And you can balance here. Make sure you don't lock out the legs. But that's a fun time too. Just trying, or hopeful to turn things around. You trust the government. Okay. Wow. I hope things do get better. Just trying to get ripped and toned. That's the goal. Nice. Very nice. Whee. That's Butcher's goal right now too. I'm kind of poking fun now, but not really. I do hope it happens for him. I think it'd be fun. Yeah. So Butcher is also working on that goal as well. Sorry, lost my balance. Oh. So what kind of workout protocol are you doing for that right now, Omega? Are you following a certain thing, or are you a trainer yourself? There you go. So you can balance with this. It's just a different way to work the feet, but this can really help work out those muscles in the feet in a different way. You actually have layers of muscle in the feet that need to be worked out. And as you can see, I'm still being challenged here. with that. Getting those feet to flex. Yeah, so, and that's a way you can kind of, especially if you have flat feet like I do, it's a way to kind of get those muscles going as they should. But then again, you can use this one as you can spread out the toes as much as you can. Stand on one foot, so I'm going to do that with this one. Your country is your home. Can't go anywhere else, so you have to be hopeful. Yeah, you are 100% right about that, Mr. Goat. Yeah. I wonder about that for people that aren't very patriotic for their own country, whether it's the States or not, You're right, like, you live there. Like, you should support the things that are going on there for everybody's benefit, 79th Independence. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. Hopefully the celebration will kind of give everybody some hope then. Oh, hey, Mr. Goat, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Wait, we gifted a sub. Butcher gifted a sub to Goat. Yeah. Thank you, Butcher. Mr. Goat has been a faithful follower for a good while. Thank you for that. So hopefully you don't have to deal with those random 5-second ads anymore. Yeah. All right. Just doing a couple balancing things here. I think these guys are leaving for the day around 3:30. I think that's their quitting time, so they must be cleaning up. Oh. Actually might sign off here just a little bit, just kind of get the update. Whew. Because I don't know if we have a sink or not yet. Yay. Hopefully we're not in a spot where the water's off into the entire house, which is what it was earlier. Whew. Yeah, thank you guys very much. Thank you. Let's see, I got time for one more exercise before they head out maybe. Because Jared isn't here to chat him up. All right, what can we do? Actually, Huts, are you still on here? Mr. Goat, did you see that Butcher got you subscription there? I don't know how it notifies the person. Afghan refugees there. Okay. Oh, you're still there. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. Yeah. sorry. Here we go, I'm back. Oh, you thanked him, okay. Sorry about that, they were just leaving actually. And I have to ask Jared about sync clips, because I'm pretty sure they left them somewhere, but I don't know where. Let's see, I'll catch up on the chat here. Okay. Oh, you're Pika Omega? Okay. Yeah, I do know you. Okay. I didn't realize you're the same person. My bad. All right, yeah, so talking about the splits and everything, Hut, sorry. They just came in right as I was doing that. So I won't do the splits, but I will do some stretches that will help the splits. That will encourage that. So I will do that straddle one that you had mentioned. But again, I'll demonstrate this pigeon one again on the box. That felt pretty nice earlier. So I'll continue with that. Sorry again for the delay, folks. Here we go. So I've got the box here. And so I can hold this for time. So they say in general, you need to hold the stretch for about 30 seconds or so. You can go all the way up to 2 minutes if you want to, or even longer. But the main thing is that with stretching and mobility, you're working honestly with the nervous system. You're not just working with the muscles and the fascia and the tissues. You're working with the nervous system to teach it how those muscles to relax. And so if you're pushing to the point where you are grimacing within a stretch, your nervous system is not going to let those tissues go, because you're like, I'm holding on to this with everything that I have. I mean, this is not relaxing and not tense, you know? So, I mean, you want to find something where you feel a little bit of stretch, but not so intense that you're gripping. Like, you want to make sure that you're able to relax in that. Yes, so this will be a stretch. So for this version of pigeon, instead of being pigeon on the floor, you're using the box. So I'm going to bring a knee up and then turn that shin bone to the side. I have the foot flex, which helps protect the knee. I want to see if I can get that knee to a 90-degree to bend as much as you can. Have you heard of Colombia's 7.4 earthquake? Yeah, a client was talking about that this morning. Insane. That is a rough earthquake. Yeah, I hope everyone's all right. That's a rough one. And then I'm extending this leg back. I want to make sure my hips are square, so I'm not turning to the side. My shoulders and hips are still facing forward. And then I just want to breathe. I can support with the hands. I'm lifting the chest up, and I'm just allowing the hips to sink down. I can scooch this foot back as much as I need. And then I'll breathe. But yeah, that sounded like an intense earthquake. I haven't had the time to look it up yet. I hope everybody's okay. I don't have any friends in Colombia, but I do have some friends in the continent. Yeah, you saw some videos. It was scary. I bet it was. Good gravy. I mean, 7.4 earthquake. We were talking about that. I don't know how high that Richter scale goes. Do you know? Like, does it go up to 10 or can it go more than 10 as far as earthquake scales go? So I do want to keep my face calm. I have the breath going. That doesn't mean I'm not feeling a stretch. I am, but I still want to breathe. Make sure I'm doing it well. So I'll get a little bit more stretching in today, and I want to slowly come out. Always slowly come out of a stretch. Never spring out of a stretch. Reason being is because you're going from a state of relaxation to suddenly activation if you spring. So slowly come out of a stretch as much as you can. That helps prevent injury. When people get injured in a stretch, it's either A, they've gone too far, or B, it's when they're coming out of the stretch, not while they're in it. A little bit slack here. It says the Richter scale does not have a physical length or an upper limit. Oh, I didn't know that. The mathematical number scale used to measure the strength of an earthquake. While it is usually shown from 1 to 10, stronger earthquakes can go past 10. I did not know that. Thank you for looking that up, Mr. Goat. Hey, there's Clem. How are you doing? How's it going? Are you working on your workout now? We're talking about that earthquake that happened in Colombia. And the Richter scale. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know there wasn't an upper limit. Huh. And breathe. So these can all help. This pigeon stretch in particular, the box version or the floor version can help you with the front split, which is what Hutz was asking about earlier if I would do. So I'm probably not going to demonstrate that today. I can't do it anyway. But I will demonstrate some stretches that can help you with it. Whew. So this is kind of working on the front leg for that. Yeah, let's keep this. So another thing you can do if you have a box, it doesn't have to be a box. It could be a chair. It could be a step. Spindle, you're back. All right. Clam. Do. Yeah, that stretch can definitely help you be more flexible, Hutz. Yeah, for sure. Long stairs duty. I was wondering about that. I was like, oh man, it must have been a doozy today. You're starting now. Back and shoulders. Good deal. Spindle is back as well. Whoop, whoop. Hope that meeting went all right. It was pretty short. It's a short meeting. That's a good meeting, right? It's a short meeting. Mr. Gray has some kebabs today. Yum. That sounds amazing. Spindles. Your coworkers love to yap. Oh. Clem is here for the girl talk. We have not had much girl talk today. I mean, we talk about like pregnancy stuff, but no juicy tidbits, Clem. Don't worry, you haven't missed anything. All right, so this one as well, you can work on the hip flexors, which is high up in the hip. So I'm stretching this back leg the most. There is a little bit of glute stretch here as well with your front leg, especially the higher the box you go. But you want to make sure that your abs are a little bit engaged. So you have the tailbone tuck, lifting the chest, you're squeezing the butt cheek of the back leg, and keeping the heel on the ground in particular. Instead of letting that heel raise up, keep it on the ground, and then keep the chest up. And there's a couple different variations you can do with this one. I really like this one, actually. So I'll show you a couple of different variations. You're watching Call the Midwife, and you're basically an OBGYN now. There we go. So you're going to deliver my baby, right, Spindle? So I just need to call you up and be like, hey, it's happening. Get down here. That'd be awesome. Oh, all right, so you could also do a side bend here. So my left leg is the ground leg, so I'm going to reach up my left arm, and then I'm going to bend towards my bent leg side. So I'm actually increasing the stretch, woo, all the way down. Still keeping that chest lift. The inhales can help you get a little bit deeper. Exhales continue to reach. That definitely increases it. You can also do a twist to the side, which I'm not going to do that for very long. But I'm turning the shoulders to the right instead of bending to the right. Whee, that's a good one. Actually, that might be a bit much today. Oh, slowly come out there. You don't want me doing a C-section though. Maybe not that so much, right? It's like, oh, I'll cut you open. Maybe here? Question mark. Or do this other side. Tailbone tuck, chest lift, surge forward. Heel stays on the ground. Also make sure those toes, I'm going to check myself here a little bit. Make sure those toes are facing forward instead of out to the side. They like to turn out to the side for some reason, for a lot of people. And breathe. And again, you have your options just for a different angle. Bending to the side, keeping that chest lift, reaching that arm overhead. Keep that bicep by the ear instead of it being forward. Or again, you can twist as another option. Just keep the spine upright. Can I use a slightly higher chair? Yes. Yes, you can. Absolutely. This side needs more stretch. Okay. Well, the workers are gone. We don't quite have a working kitchen sink yet, but we have cabinets. Cabinets are back. One less thing in our way in the kitchen, so that's nice. And then more flooring is down. So they'll hook up the sink tomorrow, I think pretty early on, it seems like. And then they just got to get the rest of the flooring down, I think. And then the corner around, and then we're good to go. Yay. That was why I kind of disappeared for a little bit. They were telling me all of that. Anything else here that I want to do with the box? I don't think so. All right, I'll put that up. I'll do some other floor stuff. Put it back this way. Whew. I've been sitting on that box lately because my feet will dangle. So my feet have been hurting more lately during sessions. So I'll kind of sit down and like swing my legs, kind of get some blood flow back in there. Yeah, I could do a higher chair. And one of those boxes is higher. I just didn't want to drag it out. Clean cabinets are nice to have. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Especially with ones that don't have mold on them. Yay. Notice at work, whenever I write, optional people don't need to dial in. Everyone on the optional line dials in. Yes, reverse psychology for sure. For sure. That's hilarious. Considering, though, that meeting was a lot shorter than I expected then. All right, so we've got some other stretches here. Actually, before we get completely on the ground, you can also do that same stretch, that box stretch. If you don't have a box, you step the foot forward, tailbone tuck, chest stretch, chest lift, surge forward. You can do a couch stretch, which is you grab the foot, stay upright again, pull the heel to the butt as much as you can, lift the chest up. And the name couch, if you actually want to put the foot on top of a couch cushion, this back foot instead of my foot holding it, is the couch cushion that's holding it up. You can do that as well. This is very intense. You can put a pad under the knee too if that pressure isn't feeling very well or very good on that knee joint. But that one is a big old burner, big old stretch. And of course you can do that on either side. That really gets deep in those hip flexors and the quad as well. Also a balance one. You can move the foot out to the side to help you balance a little bit more. Whew. Chest lift, surge forward. Chest up and breathe. Whee. Here we go. I'll hold this one a little bit longer. I didn't do 30 seconds quite, but we'll do close. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of like a half split. And then with that too, with this kneeling position, you can also extend the front leg, flex the foot, and then kind of reach towards the floor. Oh, and I have the blocks over there. If the fingers can touch the floor, great. If not, you can take some yoga blocks and put them under the hands. Make sure your spine is straight. So I can't touch the floor without rounding my back. So I would need yoga blocks to lift me up a little bit. I do want to flex my foot, have a strong quad here, so I'm not just hanging out on that knee joint. And then you'd breathe here for a bit. And then you can do combination with that. So you can do a hip flexor stretch, hold that for about 30 seconds, and extend back. Find that hamstring stretch for 30 seconds. So those are very good for those front splits as well. Again, I'm kind of like doing a front splits with this front leg. With this stretch, and then you're kind of doing a back split, or the front splits with the back leg and that hip flexor stretch. So that's a good combination of stretches as well. Whee. Balance challenge, flex foot, strong quad. I don't know what sync clips look like. Sorry, I'm thinking about the sync clips still. If they had the sync clips, they could have clipped them maybe today. So close. All right, yeah, so that's a good one. Yeah. So that's a good one. And then, of course, for your floor stretches, you were talking about the butterfly. Actually, let me grab a yoga block for this one. See if this one helps you out. So yoga blocks are a fairly inexpensive tool that you can buy. It's just foam. There's some that are made out of cork. This one is a depth of 4 inches, I do believe. But those are the nicer blocks, a little bit thicker. And so you can sit on this block. Actually, I'm going to demonstrate no block first. So no block. So I imagine with your butterfly, your feet are together, your knees are way up high like this, right? Instead of getting lower to the floor. So if they're way up high like that and your back is rounded, that's where the block can be helpful. So you just set it down, make sure you're stable. So I wouldn't recommend like a higher level than that. So just sit on the block there. And then I like this version of getting into it. So your legs are out straight. You can bend each knee into the chest and then take the knees out wide. Yes, Clem, what is your question? And then you'll, one, be able to sit up straighter. And two, the knees will be able to, or the knees, not so much the knees, but the hips will be able to open up a little bit more. So you might feel a more efficient stretch. You can feel a stretch the other way, but this is just a cleaner version. Like the joints are a little bit more open to actually give you some more mobility. You can grab onto the big toes. Just make sure the feet are completely sealed together, completely flat together. So you can grab onto the big toes, lift the chest up. Of course, you can use that to bow forward for more stretch if you need it. Just continue to reach the legs out, let them sink down. Or you can grab the ankles is another way. But I really like those big toes. One, because it encourages your feet to stay together. And two, you got that bow forward. You're so easy. Again, I've been doing this for a while, and I'm still not perfect, to be honest. Like I still need to be on the block here. Be reading a little about different muscle fibers, specifically the ones for explosiveness. I think I don't really train those. Yes, okay. Yeah, so that is a really interesting piece of information. Yeah, so remember a long time ago, and actually Hutz brought up the, this is before you came on, but he brought up, what would I recommend? So you remember when I was doing the jump rope and everything? It was a while ago, a few months ago, but kind of like explosiveness. If you have a spot in your neighborhood or gym or somewhere where you can do sprints, like really hard, run as fast as you can kind of things for 50 yards, 100 yards, something like that, or meters even. Meters would be better. So 50 meters or 100 meters, then that would be great. That's a good entry point because it's really accessible. You just need a straight stretch to just run really fast. Weight training wise, you can use, let's see, like jump squats. Jump squats would be another option to use those fast switch muscle fibers. If you have something to jump on, so like those plyo boxes, trying to remember what your gym looked like. I don't know if you had anything. Do you have a plyo box? I wouldn't really recommend a weight bench just because they tend to be a little unstable. But you can use something like that to jump on. If you don't have anything stable to jump on, you can do jump squats, just exploding up as hard as you can and then land softly. You know, don't land with locked out joints. And there's some other exercises you can do. Yeah, so here's one version of the straddle. So legs out wide, feet flexed, strong quads. These seem like little details, but they make a big difference. Make sure those feet are active. You can also do a point version. So you can point the toes, flex the feet, whichever one, doesn't matter. Give them a job. Make sure these quads are strong. They're not just hanging out. They are rock hard because it helps you relax those muscles. That's so wide, yeah. And again, you can be on the block for this. And then you can bow forward. You can use the fingertips to help support yourself. Thinking of multiple plyo boxes on different levels. Yeah, but is that fun? Yeah, I think it's fun. Like, it's nice to train it every now and then. I wouldn't want to train it all the time. Jared loves training plyometrics all the time. That's his jam. Burpees is also in that realm of the plyometric exercises. And yeah, so I'll think of some exercises that you can do, but sprints is like the easiest way to kind of get into it because you just have to run really fast, really hard. Oh no, burpees, yeah. The dreaded burpees are in those plyometric exercises. Of course, the jump squats, yeah. Jump lunges, those are rough. Plyometric push-ups. So instead of just like doing your normal push-ups, you lift up, you clap, and you land. That's another way. So like more upper body explosiveness, you can do that. Yeah, you came up wide. Yeah, it takes time. It takes time, Huds. So just work on it. Do what you can. Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. Try to calm your nervous system down. Yeah. You know, Google plyometrics. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many. Mountain climbers, that's another one when you run them out instead of just stepping them out. Yeah, it's a big world out there. It's good. And you've been training long enough where you have I feel like you would have a good base to go off of. If there's someone that's just starting to work out, I never start them on plyometrics just because it is more taxing on the body, on the ligaments, on the joints. If they are not primed and ready to go already, that's when injuries can happen. But you've been working out for a good while now. You should be good. I was hungry at this time. Yeah, right when you're supposed to go to sleep. Yeah, this is kind of like the splits, like to the side. Whoa, excuse me, to the side. Ugh. You can do some more things like this. This is less for splits, but if you have low back pain, you can bend to the side. You can even reach the arm overhead if you need more stretch. Oh. Cooking stream this week. Probably not this week, Mr. Goat. I was really hoping to celebrate that, maybe on Wednesday. And maybe we still can. We'll see. But they didn't hook up our sink today. So they have the cabinets in. They have everything prepped and ready to go for that. But there is no sink yet. So the sink is there. It's just not hooked up yet. Hopefully Wednesday, because I would love to cook like real food. The 2 home-cooked meals that I've had this weekend have been glorious. Oh my gosh, it's like, oh my gosh, I can feel the nutrition soaking into my bones. Like, it's been great. Oh, I have been eating a lot more fruit, which is good, but it is not substantial enough to hold me for the whole day. I'm gonna do this other side. But this one works this muscle, or it stretches out this muscle called the quadratus lumborum. And so it's a muscle that connects your low spine, parts of your low spine and ribs to the top of your hip bone. So this is a muscle that gets tight pretty often. And breathe. You can use this hand to support on the floor, like this hand, sorry, to support on the floor as much as you need. And breathe, there we go. Yeah, almost, okay, there you go. There you go, that's good. So you're working on it. And breathe. Yeah. Feeling a little bit more energized now, so that's good. That nap helped too. I really thought I wasn't going to make it today, guys. I'm not going to lie. I was like, I have to stream today. I need to do it. Oh. Especially since, and then when you've been in a wide stance like this for so long, gently guide the legs in. This is less for splits, but just as a nice compensatory thing. You can bow forward, stretch out those hamstrings a little bit more directly, reach to the feet. It's hurt. There you go. You have pain in your knees every morning, in the kneecap. I wonder what's going on with that, Mr. Goat. Are you doing anything? Oh, wait, you're cycling, is that right? And how long has that been going on, that pain? There you go. Oh, getting a nice hamstring stretch. You can also bow completely forward. I don't know if I want to do that because my stomach gets in the way and then my blood pressure goes up. But you can also reach forward and grab the feet. If you can reach. If you can't, you can grab onto the shin bones, but then you can round the back, let the chin sink towards the chest, and again, breathe. You still want to keep like the spine long. What I mean by that is that even though the spine is curved, you can think like the vertebrae, the spaces in between the vertebrae are getting longer with that inhale. And exhale, keep that length in the vertebrae. But that's another way you can kind of stretch out that low back and the hamstrings, but I would not recommend this if you have sciatic pain. Reason being, it depending on where your sciatic or how your sciatic pain is being instigated, it may not be helpful. So for example, if it's the piriformis muscle, the muscle that the pigeon stretches, it's not a big deal. But if it's vertebrae smushing that sciatic nerve and you stretch this out, this actually does stretch out your sciatic nerve, but if it's pinched between vertebrae, it'll actually start to fray at the nerve itself, and you don't want to do that. Let's see. I almost do splits. We'll see. I'm going to do this one last stretch. The frog stretch is a good one. I'll do the half version, and I'll do the full version because it's a good one, and I do need to do it more often. 3 months. It's been going for 3 months. Pain goes away after a few minutes, and you're fine the rest of the day. Okay, good. Yeah, nice huts. Good. Mr. Goat, have you still been cycling? Has that still been going on? All right, so this last one, this is for the inner thigh as well. This one can be a little bit more intense. This will be the last one I do for the day. There we go. Yeah. So you're in your tabletop position. You are still cycling. Have you changed anything about your cycling? Because sometimes some knee pain can come into that. Like if, like as you pedal, if you're not getting like the full extension of the knee, like when you're pressing that pedal, if you're just kind of cycling like this and the knee is constantly bent, that can cause extra strain on that kneecap, on the front of that knee. But if you're able to extend all the way and then come back, that might help that out, if that's what's going on. I haven't seen you cycle or anything. So this is the half frog stretch. So you're extending the leg out, flex the foot. So my foot, is still in line with my knee of my other leg, and then I'm going to gently press the hips back until I feel a stretch on that inner thigh. And breathe. So you can hold this for 30 seconds. I'll watch the timer for this one. This one can be very intense as well, so only get to the point where you feel a gentle stretch. And again, that breath can be very helpful with that. So it could be, okay. Pain goes away after a few minutes and you're fine the rest of the day. Another thing could be like the way that you're sleeping. Have you been sleeping differently? Has your sleeping situation changed at all? Yeah. Caused by muscle stiffness, poor circulation, nerve compression. Yeah, waking up with sore legs can stem from long hours of activity while sleeping, dehydration, or joint inflammation. Yeah, Google says yes. Yeah, so if like you're sleeping in a different sleep position than you typically have the past couple months, that could definitely cause it. Or if you're not moving a whole lot in your sleep, staying in one position can cause some pain as well. And then dehydration, big time. So making sure you're hydrated before you go into bed. But not to the point where you're getting up in the middle of the night and peeing. So like finding that happy middle ground. So definitely doing the hydration in the beginning of the day. You don't walk too much, so it could be muscle stiffness and poor circulation. Okay. But you rarely move in your sleep. You must be exhausted then. Which isn't a bad thing either. And Mr. Goat, you do stay in one position. Oh, okay. Well, how do you sleep? Do you sleep on your back, on your side, on your belly? Or sitting upright? Some people sleep in an armchair. All right, so that's both sides there. I'm going to widen the knees now. Knees will stay bent for this one. And then I'm going to turn the feet out to the side. So hence the name frog stretch. It looks like little frog legs. You're like a vampire in a coffin with sleeping. Just got the arms tucked in. Mr. Goat, you sleep on your side. Okay. Do you have like a pillow in between your knees or anything? Sometimes that can help. So I've moved down to my elbows here once my knees have gotten as wide as they can go. They're actually still sliding out. But then I'm going to walk the elbows back towards my hips gently because that stretch comes on pretty quick. And then breathe. This is a good stretch. Yeah, so you've done this one, Huts. But you're pretty much. That's hilarious. Probably play a prank on somebody with that one. Keeping the breath going. Clem, how's your workout going so far? I'll check in with you before I check out. Well, this feels really good today, actually. Usually it's a struggle, but it feels pretty good today. I have noticed I need to stretch my hip flexors more. Everything's changing all the time. I am very thankful going through this. I already have like a higher body awareness and I can like help myself with these things. I can't imagine, because there's some women that have never exercised and slowly come out. And then I'm going to walk the elbows forward, bring the hands up. I'm going to press down in the hand, bring a knee in, press down another hand, bring a knee in. Coming out of this one very slowly for sure. Oh, but yeah, I can't imagine like ladies that have never done any kind of working out and they're going through all these body shifts like so quickly. Like my brain can't even fathom that. So I'm just like how alarming that would be. I am alarmed now, like and that's with like higher body awareness, but like having very little, oh my gosh, that would be even more stressful. So I'm grateful for that. Let's see. All right, completed. 2 completed. So halfway. Good deal. Whoop, whoop. What 2 do you have left? It's like prep except reverse, right? Yeah. Exactly. It's like everything's changing in the opposite way. Instead of getting smaller, I'm getting bigger. From the inside. 5 minutes, you head to the gym. All right. Good deal. Good deal. Woo! All right, guys. Huts, thanks for encouraging me to stream on YouTube. So I'll see if I can keep that going tomorrow. And then we'll add Facebook too. We'll see if it stays open. All right. Hyperextension and lateral raises. Noise, aka the lip twitcher. Yes. I had a new client that started that one too, and she's like, "Is this normal?" I was like, "Yes, it's weirdly common. I don't know what it is. I don't know why the lips twitch, but they do." Oh. Yeah. So 25 is hard ever since 25. Yeah. It's weird how things change, isn't it, over time? But if we just kind of roll with the punches, learn as we go. We are not static creatures. I think that's important to remember. I have to remind myself that all the time. It's like things will never, ever, ever be the same. I don't know why we get this like idea that things are going to be the same. They're not. Like there's nothing at all in life, in nature, nothing that stays the same. Like not even rocks stay the same. It's like, why do I think I can stay the same? Like my body is constantly changing, is constantly going through things, and that's not a bad thing. But I do need to take responsibility and learn about it for sure. Midnight snack. I tried Splatoon, but not there yet. Yeah. I don't know. I'll try it. I haven't tried it since I've been pregnant, so I'm a little scared to be honest. But we'll see. That might be a good test though, honestly, because they say hip mobility is really important for like the actual birthing process. So it may not be that bad of a thing to pursue right now. So we'll see. We'll see. Never had joint pain until 33. Yeah. If I don't stay on top of it, like if I don't go to the chiropractor on a regular basis as I should, if I'm not eating the way that I should, if I get more sugar than I should, especially, and if I'm slouching a lot, I get joint pain, like when those 3 things happen. Otherwise, like I'm fine, but I have to stay on top of it more now than I have in the past, like than when I was younger, that's for sure. Eating keeps you awake. Yeah, same Spindle. Drinking tea or coffee will keep you awake. Yeah, absolutely. You do full. Yeah, we'll see. You eat a lot of sugar. Oh man, Mr. Goat, that could help you out. Just cutting a lot of that out, even if it's just like half of what you're doing now, your body will feel amazing. Yeah, so like refined sugar, it's so rough on the body. It's really inflammatory. And so I've had clients cut out like processed sugar, not fruit or anything, but they'll cut out like the processed sugar, table sugar, white sugar, honey, that kind of thing. Things that you can add, like any sweetness you can add to things. If they cut that out, one of the first things they tell me within the first week is that their joints feel better. Consistently, they tell me that. And then they tell me, oh, I also lost some weight, because you do lose weight when you cut the sugar out like that too. What about honey? I never know if honey is considered refined. Technically, honey is tricky because it is like a more natural source of sugar, but it is more sugar dense than sugar. So I think like a serving size of table sugar is 2 teaspoons, I think. And then 1 serving size of honey is 1 tablespoon. So there is, let me do some quick math, hold up. I think it's, there's actually more sugar in a serving of, there's actually more sugar in a serving of honey than there is in a serving of table sugar, which I was shocked to hear that. It's just extra concentrated. So you do have to be careful about how much honey you add to things, unfortunately, as delicious as it is. And it contains different sugars, yeah. It's refined by bees, yeah. Chocolates, cakes, biscuits, you name it. You love them all. They're very alluring, that is for sure. I am a cake person. I love cake. Fructose, sucrose, and galactose. Yeah. Lately been eating frozen yogurt. Oh, yum. Yeah. You guys are making me hungry now. Oh. My workout is done. Yep, I'm finished for the day. And it's 4 o'clock. Oh, wow, I thought I had like 10 minutes. Okay. Oh, I was looking at the wrong timer, that's why. Yeah. We're doing a live stream tomorrow. Yeah. Huds, thank you for encouraging me for that. And thank you for telling me that you're having trouble with that. Because you never know what opportunities might arise out of things like that. And so Omega hopped on here. It was Pika, so they're on Twitch as well. But yeah, it does open up some different opportunities. I just kind of shied away from it because my stream crashed a while ago. But that was also when we just got this new internet too. So that might have had something to do with it as well. So we'll definitely give it a shot tomorrow. I will stream tomorrow, so I'm glad you brought that up too. Different streaming time tomorrow. Instead of 9:30 a.m. Central Time, we're going to do 7:30 a.m. Central Time. So I got an appointment. I got to go with Jared like immediately after my last class, so I won't be able to do that. And then same thing for Thursday. I had to schedule another client or at that same time. That won't be every week. So it's just this week. Tuesday and Thursday will be at 7 a.m. And I changed the schedule on the Twitch schedule, and that should put it in your time zone. So I'm saying 7:30 a.m. Central. So Mr. Goat, you are 10 hours ahead of us, is that right? And Clem is about 6 or 7 hours ahead. And Spindle and Butcher and I are all in the same time zone. But yeah, so, but it will put it in your time zone if you look at the Twitch schedule, because I did change it. So flexible, haha. Pun intended, right? Thank you for that, I appreciate that. Let's see, oh, I missed something. Do I know about, no, Mohenjo-Daro? Am I saying that? Proud of me for sticking with this despite all the body changes. Gosh, I'm trying, Spindle. I'm not gonna lie, it is so tempting to be like, I'm just gonna rest. And I almost did that today. But I knew that if I don't do something, like I literally was just telling myself, do literally anything. Like I don't care if it's disorganized, I don't care at all. Just do something today. Because I knew I'd regret it if I didn't. And so I appreciate you guys hanging in with me. I really do. I was really nervous, like being so new to Twitch and then like going through a giant life change like pregnancy in the middle of it. It's like, I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll try it. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out, chatting with me. Yeah, we'll keep it going. Thanks for rolling with the punches. I'm learning a lot through this, actually, so I can like carry that stuff over to you. Like I'm learning a lot more about nutrition, the things that I never knew, not just with pregnancy, but just in like health in general. So I'm hoping I can pass on more of that stuff to you all. I do want to do more nutrition stuff. I need to sit down and write some actual plans out. do like the daily nutrition tip or something like that, or twice a week or something like that. Yeah, no problem, Clem. I hope your workout, the rest of your workout goes really well, lip twitchers and all. And no, you didn't have bad words for me today. Not at all. Not at all. It was good. You done good, Huts. You done good. Don't worry about it. Into civilization in Pakistan. Oh yeah, you mentioned that earlier. I'm sorry. I was talking through that stretch, I think. Yeah. I hope I do the splits. Yeah. I hope I do too. That'd be good. But yes, it is a very old civilization. Lots and lots and lots of history. Very interesting history. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off of here. I will see you all tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. If I don't catch you guys, I know it's very different. I will miss you all. We're just going to do some quick core workout. It's just 30 minutes and just long enough to do some exercises, say hi to you all. And then Wednesday, depending on the sync thing, we may celebrate the sync hookup with a food prep stream. We'll see. So I don't know how much cleaning I'll have to do afterwards, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Let's see. Yes. All right. See you guys tomorrow.